Welcome to Flower Care. Today, I will continue to share with you how to revive rotten orchids, using extremely simple ingredients that are easy to find at home, but bring about amazing recovery effects. This method will help the orchid quickly regenerate new roots, green leaves, strong stems, and be ready for a bright, blooming season in the future. Let's get started. If one day you discover that your orchid has rotten leaves like this, don't rush to throw it away, but calmly handle it carefully. The first step is to remove all the rotten leaves. This is the part that is often attacked by insects, bacteria, or mold. Removing this not only helps the plant eliminate the source of the disease, but also prevents the spread to healthy parts. When the damaged leaves are removed, the plant will be lighter, more airy, and have the conditions to focus all its energy on recovering and developing new roots and leaves. Through observation, we can see that a large part of the roots on the surface of the substrate has rotted and dried completely. This is a sign that the substrate inside may have been damp for a long time or infected with fungi and bacteria that cause root rot. As you can see, a large part of the root system inside the substrate has been damaged. Therefore, we need to completely remove this old substrate. It is very possible that the substrate itself is the cause of root rot, due to long-term moisture, air stagnation, or accumulation of mold and harmful bacteria. Removing the entire old substrate not only helps the root system to be more airy and clean, but also helps us to carefully observe the condition of each root. Which roots are still alive, which roots are damaged. From there, we can come up with the most suitable treatment and recovery method for the orchid. Next, I will use a clean and sharp pair of scissors to prune away any roots that have rotted or lost their vitality. Removing damaged roots will help the plant completely eliminate potential pathogens, while also helping the root system to be more airy and breathe easier. More importantly, when the damaged roots are gone, the nutrients in the plant will be focused on nourishing new young roots, helping the plant recover faster and take root more strongly and evenly. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons to support me, and don't miss any useful orchid care tips. I'm happy to accompany you on the journey of nurturing and conquering the beauty of orchid pots. For the top of the orchid that is rotten, we need to cut off all the tissue that is waterlogged, soft, or black until we see the tissue inside is still fresh, firm, and vital, then stop. Because if we leave the infected tissue, the fungus and bacteria will continue to spread to the base, making it very difficult for the plant to recover. After cutting off the damaged parts, I will take the plant to clean it with clean water. Clean water helps remove dirt, small insects, mold, and pathogens on leaves, stems, and roots, thereby reducing the risk of spreading diseases. At the same time, washing plants also helps cool the leaf surface, increase photosynthesis, helping plants absorb light better. When watered regularly, the orchid roots are also stimulated to be fresh, easier to absorb moisture and nutrients. Next step, I use a soft, clean towel to dry all the remaining water drops on the orchid. When leaves and leaf crevices are still wet, it creates a favorable environment for fungi and bacteria to grow, easily causing rot. Drying helps remove excess water, keeping the leaf surface clear and minimizing the risk of disease. In addition, this action also helps the caregiver to observe more closely the condition of the leaves, roots, and stems to promptly detect any abnormalities. The first ingredient I used to make natural fertilizer for orchids was turmeric powder. Turmeric powder is not only a familiar spice in the kitchen, but also a natural miracle drug for plants. I put 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder in a clean jar. This is just enough to help stimulate root tissue to recover quickly after the plant is damaged without harming the plant. Add 500 milliliters of hot water to the jar. Hot water helps activate the curcumin in turmeric powder, thereby increasing the antibacterial, antifungal properties and restoring damaged root tissue. After adding water, stir well until the turmeric powder is completely dissolved. Next, we close the jar tightly to preserve all the precious essences in the turmeric and incubate the solution until the water cools. Then we will use it. The next ingredient I used was garlic, one of the most common kitchen ingredients, but it is incredibly effective in restoring and protecting orchids. In this step, I used 3 fresh garlic cloves and peeled off the outer skin. Garlic contains a lot of allicin, a compound with strong antibacterial and antifungal properties, which helps prevent root rot, soft rot, and stimulates the plant's natural immune system. Next, we will cut the garlic into thin slices. Cutting increases the contact area, helping the antibacterial and antifungal active ingredients in garlic, such as allicin and a gene, to be released faster. After chopping, I put all the garlic into a clean jar. Add 500 milliliters of clean water to the jar. Then stir the solution so that the active ingredients in the garlic dissolve into the water faster. Let this solution rest for about 30 minutes before use. After incubation, the curcumin active ingredients have been completely dissolved in water, forming a natural nutrient solution with strong antiseptic properties, helping to quickly heal wounds on the roots and base of orchids, while stimulating the growth of healthy young roots. Next, we will filter out the residue from the solution. This filtration helps the solution become clearer, more easily absorbed into the root tissue and orchid leaves. And after 30 minutes, the active ingredients in garlic have completely dissolved into the water. At this point, I will filter the garlic water into the turmeric water I just collected. This combination creates a wonderful natural nutrient mixture that helps orchids recover quickly. After stirring the mixture, let the solution rest for about 15 minutes before using. After 15 minutes of rest, the active ingredients in garlic and turmeric have completely blended together, forming a homogeneous and stable solution. This is the ideal time to use it to care for orchids. I use a soft cotton pad, soak it in the nutrient solution, then gently wipe it evenly on both sides of the orchid leaves. Wiping the leaves with this solution not only helps the leaves to be cleaner and more airy, but also helps the natural active ingredients in turmeric and garlic penetrate directly into the leaf tissue. When the leaves absorb nutrients and photosynthesize well, the plant will quickly regain its vitality, sprout new roots, and grow strongly again. Next, I will soak the entire root of the orchid in this nutrient solution for about 30 minutes. The turmeric in the solution will help restore damaged root tissue, stimulate new roots to quickly sprout, and garlic has the effect of disinfecting and preventing fungal attacks. After 30 minutes of soaking, I gently lift the orchid out of the nutrient solution. At this point, you can see that the roots have become firmer, more elastic, and some of the root tips have started to plump up and turn bright white. This is a sign that the plant has absorbed the nutrients. Next, I will light a candle and use the melted glue to drip directly onto the cuts on the orchid stem. The glue will form a thin protective film, completely sealing the open wound, preventing water and bacteria from entering. Thanks to that, the plant will not rot from the cut and will have time to heal the tissue and regenerate new cells. After applying hot glue to the cut, let the plant rest for about 1 hour before planting it in a new substrate. After about 1 hour, the glue layer has dried and completely sealed the cuts on the tree trunk. This is the most suitable time to plant the tree in the new substrate. In this step, I use a pot with many air holes around it to help air circulate well around the roots, limiting water stagnation that causes root rot. As for the growing medium, I use pine bark that has been thoroughly treated and disinfected. This is a very suitable growing medium for orchids thanks to its ability to retain moisture well, but still ensures high ventilation, helping the roots to develop naturally without being waterlogged. After placing the orchid in the center of the pot, I gently pack the pine bark evenly around the roots. When packing, do not pack too tightly, just enough to hold the plant upright and give the roots room to grow freely. Filling the pine bark evenly around the roots helps to stabilize the plant, maintain stable humidity, and at the same time create optimal ventilation, allowing the roots to breathe easily and limit waterlogging that causes rot. Next, I will cover the surface of the substrate with a thin layer of moss. This layer of moss has the effect of naturally moisturizing the orchid pot, helping the water vapor to evaporate more slowly, while creating a stable microbiological environment to help young roots grow strongly. In addition, moss also helps limit sudden changes in temperature, especially on hot sunny days, protecting the roots from drying out and burning the tips. To keep the orchid balanced and standing firmly, I used a small iron bar, bent it into the shape as in the video, then clamped it lightly to the edge of the pot to support the orchid leaves. This method helps keep the plant from tilting when newly planted, and also avoids shaking the young roots that are in the recovery stage. To provide additional nutrients for the orchid during the recovery period, I will directly water the garlic and turmeric nutrient solution into the substrate, as well as the entire root of the plant. This direct watering helps the active ingredients penetrate deep into the substrate, be absorbed by the roots faster, thereby helping the plant recover strongly from the inside. During this period, we will place the orchid in a cool, airy place with gentle light. This is the most ideal condition for the plant to gradually recover and grow. I will use the remaining nutrient solution to care for other orchids in the garden. I continue to apply the leaf wiping method to care for the orchid. Although this is a very simple operation, it brings extremely great efficiency in helping the plant recover and develop. When wiping the leaves regularly, we help remove dirt and bacteria on the leaf surface, helping the stomata to be airy, thereby helping the plant photosynthesize better and absorb nutrients more effectively. At the same time, the garlic and turmeric solution, when wiped directly on the leaves, will penetrate deep into the leaf tissue, both restoring damaged cells and increasing the plant's natural resistance. What country are you watching this video from? Let me know in the comments below. It's great to be able to connect and share our passion for orchids from all over the world. In addition to wiping the leaves, I also water this nutrient solution directly onto the roots and substrate. This method helps the orchid absorb nutrients comprehensively, both through the leaves and the roots. When watered directly, the turmeric essence will penetrate deep into the substrate, stimulating the regeneration of root tissue and helping young roots grow stronger. Once the care steps are complete, I will place the orchid back into its ideal environment in the garden for continued growth. And this is the result after 1 month of persistent care. As you can see, a new shoot has emerged right where the stem was rotten before. This shoot is bright green, smooth, and full of life, a clear sign that the orchid is recovering very well and is ready to enter a stronger growth phase. This shows that the method we applied is completely correct and brings very clear results. After only a short time, the orchid not only recovered but also began to develop healthy new shoots. In the root section, we can see many young root tips have started to grow. They are round, plump, and very healthy. This is a clear sign that the tree is recovering well and growing strongly again. If you encounter any difficulties or questions while caring for and growing orchids, do not hesitate to leave a comment below. I am always willing to share my experiences and support you, so that everyone can own healthy orchid pots that bloom brightly all year round. Hopefully, with perseverance and proper care, you will have more healthy and blooming orchids in your small garden. If you find the video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that I have more motivation to share more good techniques on growing and caring for orchids. Goodbye and see you in the next videos.